Good Morning America had a conversation and interviewed transgender track stars about what people claim to be an unfair advantage that they are now competing against women. All right. All right, so let's see how this goes, man. I'm gonna try not today or get canceled, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. All right, let's go.
Two transgender high school runners, well, they're kicking up dust in Connecticut, taking the top spots at the state girls championship, leaving parents wondering if they have an unfair advantage. Lindsay Davis is here, and you sat down with the track stars to talk all about this.
That's right.
The answer is yes, they do. Okay, I gave away my position. All right. I'm gonna chime in a little later. Let's go ahead and see what they got to say because this should be interesting, as I said before.
Michael, we're talking about a subject that's so sensitive that Andrea and Terry, who you're about to meet, felt when it was time to tell their parents that they're transgender, they each revealed it by text, and now they have gone public with it, and they're facing opposition from people who say even though you may feel like a girl, you need to compete against the boys.
Terry Miller and Andrea Yearwood dominating the competition at the Girls Track and Field Championships in Connecticut earlier this month. Coming in first and second place, respectively. And while it was a state race, their wins are making national headlines, not because of what they did, but because of who they are, two transgender girls.
When was the first time that either of you found any kind of opposition to you participating on the girls' team?
I was expecting it, so every day I'll go home, search up Track and Field High School, Terry Miller.
Because you wanted to know what people were saying.
Yeah.
Some of those comments were harsh. Critics complaining that Andrea and Terry both have an unfair advantage since they were born boys.
At what point do you decide, actually, it's more appropriate for me to be on the girls' team and competing with other girls?
I decided that the summer before 9th grade.
They've both started hormone therapy and say that for the most part they've been welcomed by friends, family, coaches, and administrators with open arms. But there is some backlash from parents and students. 2 petitions were even started in an attempt to change the current rule of the state's governing body of interscholastic sports. The rule states that students are entitled to participate on a team based on their gender identity, how they identify.
The girl.
That's no. This ain't no identity sport. This is a physical sport. And guess what? When you look at pure physics, you are too naturally muscular to compete physically against women. Period. Now, if this was a mental sport, if this was chess, do your thing. I'm with that. If it's chess, do your thing. This right here, okay, Van, save it. I'm gonna save my piece because y'all gonna get tired of me soon. Y'all gonna get tired of me real soon.
Girls athletes are at the physical disadvantage compared to the transgender female.
Bianca Stanescu started one of those petitions after her daughter Selena lost to Andrea and Terry at a track meet in May.
They have naturally testosterone within their body that has been proven to give a physical advantage in sports.
The mom, who was unaware that the girls were already undergoing hormone therapy, has gotten a little over 100 signatures. Medical science tells us that estrogen hormone therapy does change the body, replacing some lean muscle with fat. But of course, everyone is different. Andrea's parents say what's most important to them is the well-being of their child.
Track is number 100 on my list of concerns as a father of a transgender daughter. I'm talking about raising a child for a life. And so is it fair that that child is excluded? Is it fair that that child doesn't feel like they have a place to belong?
It allows her to be who she wants to be.
Okay, I have to say this. That's a beautiful family. I'm gonna say that. But I do want to say this: you're looking after your children, and you want them to receive the rights that they are entitled to receive. As Americans, they should get the same rights that everybody else receive, and I'm with you on that 1,000%. But why are your children so important and so special that their rights infringe on natural women's rights? Because basically what you're doing is you're picking your daughters over everyone else. You're picking your sons that are now daughters over everyone else. Yeah, that's how you say it. You're picking your sons who are now daughters over everyone else. You're saying they should get their rights. I don't want them to feel left out. Well, by them not being left out, other children, girls, people who are born girls and can have babies in the future, um, are having their rights taken away from them. They're going to remember their high school years for the rest of their lives. This is important to the other girls just the same way it's important to your child. I hope I hope they fully understand that, because those other kids who have trained hard, done everything they can possibly do to be able to beat their time, because in track you're racing against your best time. But somebody who's built differently and naturally stronger and whatnot, they're going to be able to make better time. That's what they're going to be able to do. My question to you is, why aren't they able to? Why couldn't they run against natural boys? Or like, what would be the difference? I mean, because in one place they feel like they identify with a different gender, but in another place they are actually the gender that they were born. So at some at some level, somebody is being screwed over. That's why I like Thomas Sowell. He always says there's going to be an exchange for everything. So for you to have rights, that strips the other girls all out of theirs. Their parents are now their parents have a fair say now, and now your kids are are under scrutiny because you guys are cool with it all. So something needs to happen, man. Everybody can't win, but everybody shouldn't lose either, simply because someone has it in their head that they should be able to do whatever they want to do. That's not life at all.
Has a little bit more weight than just winning a medal.
The rules vary from state to state. In 7 states, including Texas, students must play on the team that matches their birth certificate, or have undergone surgery, or have had extended hormone therapy, while the NCAA requires the completion of 1 year of testosterone suppression. Medical research cannot really identify the line where a competitive advantage might exist for trans athletes of either gender.
What do you want to say to other transgender youth, young people, teens who are out there really struggling through this process?
Just follow your heart. Like, don't let other people determine what you do in life.
Let's just play devil's advocate for a moment and just imagine that you were both born girls, and then all of a sudden you had 2 boys who identified as being girls, and they said, hey, we're going to be on your team, and maybe now you're not performing as well because they are better.
I'm not going to discourage you or try to say, oh, it's not fair, and it would just push me to run faster. I'd be happy for them because they get to do what they want. They're happy, so then that should in turn make me happy. And they're brave. They're just different from everybody.
I don't even know why that lady asked him that. That was not a good question for them. You already know how they was going to answer. I mean, and God bless their hearts for believing this. But I honestly believe that the best fix for this would be to have a transgender league. I think that will settle everything. Like they just now said, they're different, they're brave, they're strong. Okay, then let them be different, brave, and strong in their own league, where they're not walking on someone else's natural gifts. The one person said, if I were them, I would just want to run. I would want to be stronger, and I would want to run faster. Yeah, you can want to do all them things, but it's idiotic, actually.
And just to be clear, the mother who started the petition says that she would like to see the girls sit out for a year after hormone therapy before competing with other girls. Now, this is certainly sparking a lot of debate, and it's something that schools across the country are dealing with because an estimated 150,000 teens in this country identify as transgender.
And you know, it's a very interesting argument on both sides.
You can see compelling argument on both.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Yeah, the compelling argument is whether or not they should be able to compete with the sex that they weren't born, and the answer is no. They should just have their own league where they don't even have to deal with that. Period. Or they can fix it by simply running with the gender that they were born, and seeing how they really measure up in the sports that they're in. Because if men were to do this and join a basketball league or something like that that's really physical, or join women's football or something like that and be knocking the hell out of them, it's, come on, man. At some point, I'm just saying. And there's some strong women out there, some extremely fast women out there. Like, come on, some natural athletes. We already know that. But come on, there's a natural disadvantage when you're dealing with people who were born. I'm just saying. But anyway, I want to hear what y'all got to say about this in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. You all have been amazing, per usual. Love ya.